Greetings, Mr. Wendo here. Now you might notice something a little off about me. My eyes are different. So, this devlog, in quotations, is going to be a little unique compared to every other devlog I have created thus far. Instead of showcasing a certain mechanic from my game like a regular person, I'll be discussing 3 important topics that nobody asked for. What will you guys do without me? Anyway, the 3 topics I will be talking about are the following: current status, future demo, and the release date. So, without further ado, let us begin. Abovestory, the Player's Experiment, is a time-based RPG that will force the player to traverse more than 7 different locations, all presenting different obstacles and enemies the player must encounter and survive from. As of right now, I am working on the first 2 main areas for my game. I won't say what they'll look like or what they'll do mechanically, but I will give a hint for their purposes: setup and denial or acceptance. Take that how you will. Now, I plan on making the length of every area except the first one to be around 2 to 3 hours, although that can change depending on what your objective is in each area and what you're able to do there. You might be able to find optional gear, sub-areas, enemies, or whatever devlog they add in their own lovely RPGs.
Help! Help! Help me! Help!
But who cares about that kind of stuff, right? You aren't interested in the little things. I know what you are. It's time to stop beating around the bush and give the people what they want. It's time to talk about the meat of this video, the demo. Now, keep in mind, I don't plan on making this demo a huge experience or anything, but I also don't want to make it small or insignificant too. My main objective of this demo is to inform the player about what's to come down the road while giving them a good chunk of content. The content in question will include the first 2 areas of the game, which by itself will show unique and engaging player levels and overworld rooms. With the player levels, I've already showed an example of what one could be back in July, but the duration of them can vary, so don't think all of them are going to be short or whatever. And as for the overworld rooms, the first 2 areas you'll explore will show some cool stuff, obviously. While I can't spoil what they'll be like, just know that the second area will be very gameplay focused, since, I gotta use the first area for the story, blah blah blah, setup, blah blah blah, tutorial, blah blah blah. The demo will include 3 paths you can take that can completely change the ending. They will also show sneak peeks about the later areas. What are those 3 paths? You'll figure it out one day. But don't worry about that. What you should worry about is the kind of characters you'll see. Another thing this demo will do is provide almost all of the lovely companions that the player will be forced to use and talk to. How convenient! Even though you won't get to know them as much as you would if you were playing the full game, I'm sure their introductions will be impactful enough for you guys to give a darn about them later. Alright, I can't delay this any longer. When do I plan to release Abovestory, the Player Experiment? 2026? I wouldn't count on it. 2027? That's possible. 2028? Now you're talking my language. So, I guess it's settled. Expect to see Abovestory in 2067. Can't believe how close we are to that year. It really takes me back. Okay, but seriously, I really don't know when I'll be done with Abovestory. As I've said, I'm currently working on the first 2 areas of the game, and I'm planning to create more than 7 areas in total. I really want to say 2027, but there are just too many factors to consider right now. Just know that I am frequently working on my game at a decent rate. So don't worry, I will complete Abovestory. Hopefully. But that's going to be it from me. This has been Mr. Wendo, and thank you for following the development of Abovestory, the Player Experiment.